doesn't matter.
Yeah. Here we are, live and direct in the Nightlife Podcast. Party people, we're here live in Coral Gables.
Dude,
we've
been thrown in the middle of the street for the first time, and I'm loving it.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
I'm enjoying this.
We're here with the one and only Emanuel Mancuso.
Thank you.
Better known as Manny. That was a lot of excitement for Manny.
Thank you.
Wow,
this is a
while the beer is being poured by the beer. While the beer is being poured, let's say our handles that we always forget.
Yes.
You can find me at the Nightlife Entrepreneur on Instagram and LMG Miami for our parties and.
My agency, vamosagency.com, and you get all the social media and everything there.
Yes, awesome. You can follow me at Ico Taps Beer and also at the Raw Food and Wine Festival. Tickets are on sale now. Go to Eventbrite, go to the Raw Food and Wine Festival, purchase your tickets, or where else could they go? Just Google the Raw Food and Wine Festival, get your tickets November 10th and 11th. Don't miss it, it's going to be incredible.
All right, so here with Manny. Manny, can you tell us a little bit about you? Why are you here? Who the heck are you?
Oh, I'm here because he dragged me out.
Manny is a club nightlife expert.
Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur. Le dicen el vampiro.
A.K.A. alcoholic.
He works vampire. He makes his money at night.
It's good to interview a vampire while Halloween days, are
because
coming.
of Halloween. Halloween is coming up, so we need to.
Should we dress up? Are we dressed? No,
of course we are. So stay tuned for the Halloween episode, and we're gonna dress up.
I'm sorry if you lose me a little bit. I'm just following people walking down the street. Not used to it.
He's not used to it. He's like, and what else were you talking about?
If anybody wants to see the reflex, you can see them walking by.
Hey, thank you to Aromas del Peru, Coral Gables. We're here. Aromas del Peru is an amazing restaurant.
It's had great ceviche.
The chef Javier is incredible. And he's going to join us at the Doral Food and Wine Festival.
All right, so Manny, so tell everybody a little bit about yourself. How did you get into this industry? Where did you start, and where are you now?
Well, I've been in the industry since 1999. I started at the closing times of Liquid nightclub. Work at Level nightclub with Jerry Kelly, who was my mentor.
Shout out to Jerry Kelly.
What's up, Jerry?
What did you do back then?
Well, it's funny. I started working in the liquor room. I was the stocking guy for the liquor room.
Okay.
That's how you started?
So somebody trusted you.
Yeah. I was 17 when you were supposed to be 21 to be in the liquor room.
Okay.
There you go.
You didn't hear that here.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm already 30-something.
Right.
Time flies.
Very fast. And, it was very interesting.
I love how you say 17 with no problem, but 30 is at 30-something.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
After 40, you don't even say the 4.
I learned that from Michael, actually.
Something.
The something is something.
So you started in the liquor rooms of South Beach with Jerry Kelly?
I worked with Jerry Kelly since the times of Level. Then from Level, wait, hold on.
There's a lot going on here. Aromas del Peru, the best Peruvian.
Sorry if we shut up a little bit.
Cuisine.
Food is arriving. I have no idea what this is, but it looks amazing. What is that, Aiko? What is that?
Good.
What did you order?
So, explícanos. Pulpo al olivo.
Pulpo al olivo.
Cóctel de camarones.
Cóctel de camarones.
Conchitas
a la parmesana. No creo que quepan los platos.
¿Sabes que no te preocupes los platos?
Just leave it like that. So,
figure it out.
yeah, I just ate. I don't know why this guy ordered all this stuff, but it looks amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Hungry,
Manny, dig in. So, Manny, stay focused.
All right, I can't.
Stay.
Sorry, guys. This is as real as it can be.
Yeah.
So
So Jerry Kelly was a mentor. Then I started working on a project back in 2004, 2005 when the after parties, club space. And I started pretty much working a lot with direct with the artists, the DJs, booking them, international gigs, and then I start shifting myself from the entertainment into the booking side and the management of the artist.
Okay.
But yeah, the 2004, 2005 years, nightlife, Jerry Kelly was amazing, a lot of experiences.
What did you learn from him?
from him. Jerry, please don't hear this, but a lot of things. those were the years where Grey Goose was very popping and all these brands. So I learned a lot about the brand recognition, and it helped me a lot to understand how to treat a client, how to make sure that you're giving the client what the client is looking for. So Jerry was a great.
Hear that, guys? It's a good tip right there.
Oh yeah. So sorry.
So what was your evolution from that point on? What was the next step?
Well, we're moving on from the nightlife. Pretty much I start consulting. I consult hotels like Hilton, Crown Plaza hotels, managing the social media marketing for artists like Don Omar, DLG.
But let me ask you something.
Fulanito.
So when you were with Jerry Kelly, you were working in a club. You were 17. You skipped too much. You went from the liquor room. It almost
17 to 30 something in
sounded
a
like he
big jump.
drank all the liquor.
Remember, we only have
woke up.
20. We only have 29 minutes. So
Well, he was in the liquor room. He drank it all. He woke up 10 years later. No. So from there, was Jerry Kelly already? Were you working in a club with Jerry Kelly? And then, where did the transaction? Where was the growth from liquor room to like what, bar manager or?
well, actually, I have a CSA, which is a certified hotel administrator.
Oh, okay.
I've been a GM from hotels. So before I started on the nightlife, my dad used to own restaurants in hotels.
Oh, okay.
I was the food and beverage director for Intercontinental Hotels when I was 19. So that timing from 17 to 19, I was learning the back end of the nightlife, but at the same time I was working the front of the house in the hotels.
Did your dad like encourage you like go out there, do it on your own, and then come back?
Yeah, my dad fired me.
Oh,
That
okay.
was you need to
Has to
move
be
on.
done.
Exactly.
Don't take it personal, people.
No, it's
It'll happen.
I learned, but thanks to my dad firing me, actually he rehired me, and now I'm his partner. And we
you go.
growth, and
Nice.
it was a great learning experience. But regarding the process, so from the liquor room, I jumped to help in the promotions.
Okay.
Because every when you're 17, 18, you want to be a promoter. You want to have all the
Why?
girls
Why?
around. Because you want to have the girls around. You want to go to the club, have the free bottles. Walking into the VIP area status. So I wanted to try that. I did it for a few years,
Okay.
and then nothing. I got the opportunity thanks to Jerry. He called me back and he said, "Manny, you're ready to be my door manager."
Oh.
So I jumped from liquor room to become a door manager on a nightclub. It was called Set.
Right.
We're talking about
Lincoln Road.
Yeah, Lincoln Road. That time I work
Wow.
at Set. I work at Roomy. I work at Aerial Bar. I work at.
Talk about like stepping up, right?
Yeah.
Talking about said,
The steps.
now I know what 30 something he meant. It's more like 38ish.
And I'm gonna leave it there.
When he said, when he said set, right? He's like,
Yeah. Again, thank you, Jerry.
I never heard of that.
No, I mean, if you guys don't know Jerry Kelly, Google him.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
done a lot.
so I had an opportunity with the nightlife to now from being a promoter and a manager to actually become a consultant, because then back in the early 2000s, most of the real estate in Miami start getting very, very expensive for nightlife. So Jerry, together with Jonathan Cowan, the owner of the Shelbourne Hotel, at
Shout
the
out
time,
to Jonathan.
Jonathan, love you, brother. We had the opportunity to actually open the first nightclub inside a hotel, which was Shine at the Shelbourne.
right.
I mean, at this time there was no lift, there was no story, there was, the nightclubs were on the street.
Right.
So we had the opportunity to take over.
But there was 4 or 5 on every street.
Oh, there
That's
was,
crazy.
yes. At Washington Avenue had 27 nightclubs.
Yeah.
At one
you
point,
serious?
to the point that the city of Miami stopped giving liquor license.
Right.
Wow.
And now, if you want a liquor license, you have to buy it privately. There is no locations in
Yeah.
Miami Beach. And then I had the opportunity to open Shelbourne, where actually I was the first person to open a nightclub and determine the nightclub was for the hotel guest. You have a hotel guest that is paying a lot for the room. So they are expecting, the best service when they go to the nightclub.
Of course.
So we took it to that level. We opened the first nightclub in a hotel in Miami Beach. Then after that, I think...
Let me ask you, was the hotel and the club, was it an independent agreement, or was it...
Two separate businesses completely? You mean,
Well, it's funny because Jerry Kelly was running the nightlife aspect of the hotel and the catering.
Okay.
Jonathan was doing the entertainment side, and then I was the food and beverage controller. So I was the person in between the hotel management and the nightlife.
Okay.
All the liquor orders go through me. All the promoters had to give me the reports of their tallies and everything, because I was doing all the payments to make sure that the hotel and the nightclub's expenses were not getting mixed up.
Okay.
So that was kind of the process. It was very interesting, very intense too.
Manny, so if everything is going great and you're growing so fast in the business, at what point do you decide, okay, so I'm getting a little bit out of what I've been doing? When was it that moment that you decided, all right, no more nightclub per se?
I think it's when you and I crossed paths on the House nightclub.
Oh yeah.
Okay, there we go. I think that was the experience that said, you know what, I need to grow. I love you, Mark. I need to grow and I need to, take it to the next level.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, there's been 3 episodes with this one that this nightclub in Miami has been mentioned because of big debts. So they owe almost $100,000 to this table.
Yeah, exactly.
If you put us all together.
Yes.
So yeah, that's bad to hear and see, and yeah, it's crazy. I know that venue was actually offered to me a few days ago.
We'll talk off camera.
Okay.
But then I had
Let's talk about it now.
Okay, yes.
I said no. So.
No problem. That's private. But House nightclub was actually, one of the good things I took out of House nightclub was actually how to manage I will try it now. Controlling the lose. When a club is losing money, it's very hard to make it successful. Especially when you're on fire. House nightclub actually gave me the experience of working with a successful nightclub that was losing money. Which you never see that. You normally see a successful club making money, and then clubs that they're on fire about to close down that they don't make money. This was a club that was making $15,000 to $50,000 a night. It was packed, VIP selling, but they were not making money.
Every possible lesson on what not to do was being learned at House nightclub.
Oh yeah.
This is when Wynwood was just starting to get.
Yeah, when Mark Lowe, the owner of House nightclub, one of the investors of House nightclub, came up with the idea. He was trying to open an entertainment district in Miami, Wynwood, because who lives here in Miami will know that we have 3 districts for party: South Beach, now Wynwood, which used to be downtown before, and then you got the outside.
The Doral Food and Wine Festival party, people. Woo!
And then you have the areas like Doral, Hialeah, that they have like independent spread out nightclubs, everywhere around Miami.
Yeah, for example, this area where we're at right now is called Coral Gables, which you see a lot of restaurants in this area, but you're not even allowed to use the word bar when you open a place.
I know. Well,
here there's only one called the bar.
The bar.
But that's that's
the
it.
grandfather into a liquor license.
Right.
But there's a couple now popping up in Miracle Mile.
Opening up, but not, it's 2 a.m. It's you can't use the word bar, like I said. So
it's a limited liquor license. You need to have 40% food, 60%. I think it's 40-60 if I don't mistake.
Right.
Okay.
All right. So you get out of the nightclub business, and what do you next?
I'm at the Doral Food and Wine Festival.
Oh. Don't even jump there. That's now. That's the present. No, before we go there, let's talk about. I want to know what you learned. Like, give tips to those that are starting in the club business, or what are those mistakes in house that you learned? Like that, what you just said, that was kind of
Hey people you owe.
Hey people you owe. Maybe was that the main thing?
That was the secondary thing.
Right.
I always pay people. I never had a problem.
How does a club make money but but it's under.
Well, the club business is it's fake. It's a bluff. So in the club business, something people need to
There you go, you
understand.
see?
When you have a club that has 20 VIP tables, those 20 VIP tables are really comp tables that they're giving. Obviously, you know, a club that has 25 tables in total, it's comping 20. They only have space for 5 tables to sell. So they obviously are gonna ask you for $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 for those tables because the space is very limited. So obviously now we're talking about the big clubs like Live Story. They have a budget to bring an artist for $30,000, $40,000. They gotta come.
100,000 just Thursday nights. So yeah, those budgets went way high.
Well, right now, and I'm gonna give an example right now. I'm booking, and this happened in Houston. We had Bad Bunny in concert last week. Brandon Clinton, one of the promoters from Houston, called me that he wants Bad Bunny for a concert, for an after party from the concert, and I got $75,000 for just a walk through the club.
Right.
And the promoter calls me back. He's like, "Yo, hey, I just paid Drake $75,000." You know,
they're singing together.
You know what? Hey, now they gotta sung together, so you know you got it. So so pretty much when it comes to the clubs, you need to actually manage. You know, your VIPs what actually pays the operation. Your bar sales and your door money, it really should be able to pay your daily expenses, but your VIP is the money maker.
Yes,
For sure. And talking about the being fake part, it's more like it's a show. It's a show all the time. So if a club is suffering and they can't get those tables sold, you gotta make it look like it's been sold. That's where you sit all your promoters. That's why you see a lot of, when you see 15, 20 girls at one table with a lot of champagne, they're not paying for that.
I mean, you gotta see that there's liquor companies that they will actually like tables with 20, 30 girls. So the liquor companies sometimes they come and bring you opportunities. You know, back in the days we had the buybacks.
Right.
I don't think they could do that anymore. But you know, a company like Ciroc. No, now it's illegal. But back in the days, I was a brand ambassador for Nuvo and Ciroc before Diageo took the account.
That's when you went from club scene into now more
jumping the entertainment and the artist. Yes, that's
branding.
exactly.
Branding.
Well, I had a club called Ink in Washington Avenue. Took it over from the old owner. The club had an inventory of over $100,000 in this pink liquid called Nuvo. Nuvo was a sparkling champagne that nobody was buying. So at the moment,
whoever made that sale, if you're listening,
John Vasquez,
shout out to
Dallas
you.
Foster,
Wow.
my respect for you guys.
Wow, $100,000 in Pepto-Bismol.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So Mr. Foster, Dallas Foster, comes one day and asked me why we don't do something with the Nuvo. I said, well, we have plenty of cases. Why you don't give me a budget and I'll knock down my whole entrance and I'm gonna put a whole glass window full of Nuvo on Washington Avenue where all the cars that go by are gonna see a whole window full of Nuvo.
Right.
So I actually did a whole display for Nuvo, and right after that, Nuvo came back to me and offered me the opportunity to do the same thing in other venues and to look for that branding opportunity.
Right.
And I became the brand ambassador for Nuvo. Then Nuvo gave me the opportunity to work with Ciroc because it was the same company, Lifestyle Spirits, that was managing their portfolio. And I had a great opportunity to learn how to pay the models, become a promoter, and go to a club with a full table of models, free bottles, and getting paid. You know, that was the dream of.
Now you have a daughter. Great. All right. So
I had
thanks to Nuvo, by the way.
I ended up having Nuvo at a couple of places. Actually, probably when you were handling it, like Mia on Biscayne Boulevard.
Correct.
So,
that was one of the accounts.
Mia Biscayne. Oh, Mia. Wow.
Yeah,
Mia.
one of those places that makes money and then one day they don't make money and
Blackstone.
Disappears.
huge.
Correct.
Mia.
All right, so this is the thing.
I meant not
we
the
went.
Mia.
We went a little far probably into the episode without touching base into the main subject that we were going to talk.
Are you paying attention?
The main subject that we were going to talk about with you, being that you've been in different areas of the business. You know, from starting in the liquor room, one of the most precious places that the business has, to managing the door, to promoting, to branding and whatever, owning
General management
and managing all those different positions and experiences. one of the things that's been happening lately, and we've mentioned a few times on the show, is the fact how much nightlife is suffering nowadays. And as a matter of fact, one of the reasons we decided to start the show is because we want to give it CPR. We want to save it. We want to make sure that the new generation understands what was so good about nightlife before, and what can we do about it? How can we save it in a city like Miami that is known for that? Tourism here is for two reasons. Number one is the beach. Number two is our freaking parties. So with that said, what do you think happened? How did we
Help us, Manny.
lose?
Help us,
You
man.
know,
Listen,
the
it-
beauty
We're trying to
of
save the club,
having
man. We're trying
27,
to save the
20,
club
you
scene.
mentioned 27 nightclubs on South Beach.
From
You know,
14
like
and
3 now.
Washington
Right.
to First and Washington.
First in Washington, just that right there.
How
You know,
do we
then you
save
add
it?
Lincoln Road, then you add the area where Mint is nowadays and all that, which is the one that's probably higher up nowadays. You know, people don't want to open down there. You know,
Well,
we do.
look what just happened, and I'm gonna bring an example. Aura nightclub that
Break it
opened
down.
here in Miami.
Right.
They last a year.
They came from
Not even a
Vegas,
year.
huh?
Actually, it's not even from Vegas. The place just got sold out to a CVS pharmacy because the real estate is too big
Right.
for nightclubs.
Wow.
That club opened last year like a door.
so basically,
They
people
last
don't want drinks;
2
they
months.
want drugs. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much.
Keep it real.
And the cure. For
And
the
the cure.
hangover. But pretty much like the nightclubs, I mean, that place was a door on 2015.
Hey, does Mansion still exist?
Mansion is for sale, actually. If somebody wants, you can contact me. My phone number, I could please. House nightclub, I got Mansion available.
Contact us if you want to buy Mansion.
You also do real estate?
Well, no, I do.
Commercial?
That's what we do right now. We have a
He's a
consulting.
vampire.
Okay.
We have a full consulting for nightclubs. I have companies from New York, from Texas, from
Okay.
LA, from Puerto Rico that want to relocate themselves here in Miami.
Okay.
So, like I tell everybody, not everybody's fit for the nightclub business.
Right.
If you're gonna open a nightclub, make sure you got your collateral for marketing. Make sure that you're not spending $5 million in opening a nightclub and then you don't have $100,000 to promote the nightclub.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Why
You
do
know.
people make that mistake?
That's the number one mistake that we have.
They don't see it. People think, oh yeah, I'll spend money on that table that I see there that I can touch. It's a tangible asset, but I will not spend money on promotion. What is that? People will know I'm here because I open the doors
I
and
was
they will
just in
show
a
up.
restaurant the other day
It's
where
not that
the
way.
owner was telling me that. He was like, I need all the support possible. He called me. He called me to consult me on the marketing level.
Right.
And basically everything I told him, he didn't have the budget for it. And he kept going back to the fact that he spent $2 million on the restaurant. And I told him, how do you spend $2 million on the restaurant and you don't have $30,000 to promote, to
Right.
market? So that doesn't make sense.
Right.
Don't make that mistake, all right? If you're going to open up a restaurant that costs $2 million,
You need to have the
$1.5 million,
10%.
invest $1.5 million, and use $500,000 to promote your restaurant,
year.
because if not, it's not going to make sense.
It's
And
one of
you're
the
gonna
most
end up-
important things, by the way. But it has nothing to do with the main reason that Miami has been dying down. I mean, there's other stuff.
But you know what? Like
the new
We got to
generation.
interview a dancer, choreographer.
Well, look, and then one example is
No, because people are not dancing anymore.
They're coming next week, by the way.
They're coming.
Are you bringing Pam, Benji? Who are you bringing?
dancers
Let's
here.
bring
Because
Hot Jazz.
why
who are
do
we
people,
bringing?
people don't dance anymore? That's what's
Well,
happening.
this
also.
is well. If you want to dance, you're gonna
Where do you
go
go?
to you go to Mango's or you go to Space at
you go to-
5 in the morning.
or you go
And
to-
locals don't want to go to Mango. Say that again?
You go to
No
Tucan.
woman.
You can dance at El Tucan on Friday. You can dance at Blue Martini on Thursdays, and Parseco on
Well,
Saturdays.
they- well-
but
Hey,
but
also,
you are staying out of the question. You're not answering the question.
what's the question?
Yeah, you're-
What the fuck happened to the nightlife industry in a city like Miami? I've been partying everywhere.
Let's talk about
other
the
cities,
bluff.
and everybody says, "I want to go back." So yeah, so there's that.
Let's talk.
aspect.
Let's talk
So
about the
there's
bluff.
a bluff aspect.
wanna dance.
There's a bluff aspect.
then
So
let's
let's say
talk-
We need
let's say-
Jennifer Lopez.
So
We
let's
need
say
Jen-
there's
we need to interview Jennifer Lopez.
let's say there's a lot of bluff. So if that's true, right, then Live is giving out free tables.
wait, hold on.
or
No,
everyone's-
Let
that's,
people dance.
that's the example right there.
Okay.
Live is a hotel. Live has a budget to have an empty nightclub and keep paying a Steve Aoki $100,000 for a night.
Right.
You understand? They
Right.
have rooms being sold. They got a
Right.
bar in
By the way, when
lobby.
you talked about an empty nightclub, is the fact that normally you have an operation of 7 days in any business, or 5 days if you're, Monday through Friday. But in this business, you operate Thursday, Friday, and Saturday usually. So
That
it's very
also
complicated when you have that much real estate closed, which we mentioned last week. That's one of the reasons that people are bringing other things like the brunches, the early thing, and the coffee and all that. Now, so for sure, having a big bank account behind you is a huge.
Well, that's the number two.
Right.
The number one, it's you need to have, and this is what people forget, hospitality. We are in Miami. Miami receive fat, skinny, black, white, Chinese, Latin. I mean, it's a Indian. It's a melting pot. So being a melting pot, when you go to the door in a club and the door guy is turning you around because you're not the fit for the club.
Oh, you don't have a six-pack.
There you go. You know,
There we go.
that's what we call the bluff. Because at the end of the day, you're inside a club. They want hot people in the club because you're not gonna spend money next to two people that they don't look hot. You know, that's their mentality. So
And hot people don't drink.
hot people drink for free because the club is giving them free alcohol.
Fake alcohol.
It does work in some venues for sure. It's
Yo,
a
next
big thing.
episode,
It's
you're
all
gonna
about the
check
show.
this out. Let's call-
Chapter 8, by the way.
Chapter 8. It's all about the show. we have to investigate this night scene party, people. Okay?
No, not only
Go
investigate
deep.
it, we're gonna save it.
We're going to
I'm gonna make
save-
sure that this is safe. There's no
next
way we're gonna.
3
It can't
years.
be that there's 3 clubs that are making money and the rest is.
We have a new
are
project
not,
actually
you know?
opening.
What do we
We
do?
just got a call right now. I was on the car with Aiko on the way here, and we had a call from a person that bought out the old La Covacha
Right.
here in Miami.
Yeah,
And
I-
So La
I've-
Covacha's coming back, by the
it's
way.
coming back.
Not really La Covacha. It's a
it-
new name and everything.
New name, yeah.
Yeah, we met last week.
And yes, so you already know it's a beautiful project.
out there, you
And you
can.
know what? One thing that he said that actually I was on the phone with Julian recently, and he told me something that really shocked me. It's like I'm bringing a huge tent to do events in the parking.
Don't
So
give it up. Don't give it up.
what? No, but you know what it makes it? You know what it makes the difference? That people don't want to be inside a nightclub anymore. People wants to be in the outside.
Outdoor. Look where we're doing the podcast. We're
That's
out
why
on
we're
the street
outdoor,
in
because
Coral
we want to
Gables.
be outdoor.
There you go. No, Miami people
Hey,
want
why
to
you
be
think
outdoors. It's crazy.
It's the weather.
It's real.
I come
real.
from
Hey.
a place like Canada where I'm
Right.
freezing. I'm coming to Miami. I want to be outdoor all
Go to
day.
the
Right.
Raw Food
True.
and Wine Festival. Can't get more outdoor
That's
than
outdoor.
that, all right?
Hey, are these people gonna be there? Aromas del Peru.
Aromas del Peru is going to be there.
Let me try
Alright.
this.
Awesome.
Right, man.
Awesome.
So-
Hey guys, so yeah, I think we're running out of time. If we
running out of
already
time.
didn't run out of time and we're
think
talking
we did
to
a little.
ourselves. So thank you so much for being here today.
Manny, thank you for all the
You
information.
know, a lot of stuff
You're the man.
we got out of that.
Manny's the man.
And
Where could they find you?
they find me here right now eating. But if I'm not here,
If you're not here,
you find me at LMG Miami or you find me at thenightlife.entrepreneur.com. I mean, the Nightlife Entrepreneur on Instagram. Also, .com/podcast is where we're at.
find us. Look for us.
YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, all that shit.
Actually, you can't find Manny.
You're gonna
So
find me at the Doral Food and Wine
yeah.
Festival.
Yeah, you can.
After Doral Food and Wine Festival,
You can find him at
www.vamosagency.com and my Instagram, my personal Instagram, Mancuso_E at Gym. Mancuso_E. That's my Instagram.
Somebody just crashed.
Yeah.
See you next week, guys.
Hey, hold on. My handle is at
Don't go.
Taps Beer, and you could also at Doral Food and Wine Festival.
We're out.
Buy your tickets, all right? See you next
Good
week.
night.